Switch of South Africa in proud association with Change Cars. Change Cars is a trusted online website because they work with trusted dealers and the best insure in South Africa, Discovery Insure. Welcome back to Switch of South Africa. I'm Nicky Nash as always, and today you guys join me, or actually before I tell you about the vehicle you're in, or more about the vehicle you're in, because obviously you can see the title of the video. I'm going to tell you about my secondary channel. So I've opened a secondary channel where it's traveling with Nicky Nash. I tell you and show you every single place I travel with brands and all of that stuff. So please do check that out. Secondly, there's t-shirts that are coming out in within the month of July. So please do check out the description box below for all the details you need to know. So hit me up, and then they go for 350. Everything is delivery inclusive, so it doesn't matter where you are in South Africa, you will get the shirt to your door. So hit me up. But I've told you everything you need to know about that. It's now time to tell you about why you're actually here and is the car we're in today. What is it? Check it out. So the vehicle in today is the Honda Civic 1.5 Turbo CVT. Honda Civic RS, by the way. So it's quite a looker. I do like the car, but before I tell you about everything else, I need to let you know how the review is going to go by. So the review is going to tell you about the exterior look of the vehicle, interior look of the vehicle, and I'm going to speak about the drive and sum it up with cost of ownership. And yeah, let's go into the exterior look of the vehicle. Exterior look of the vehicle, the car looks beautiful. I like how the car looks. I'm a fan of the vehicle like so much, especially more on the front. It gives off the sportiness. It has this low-laying profile. Like when you look at it from front, you can see that this car is actually, one would swear it's meant for the road. It's meant to stick on the road. So it looks very beautiful in the front. It gives off the sportiness of the car. The side profile as well, good side profile. It has this sloping roofline at the back, giving off the fast back, so that does hinder your space a bit, but I'll speak more about that when you jump into the interior of the vehicle. But side profile of the vehicle is quite good. The part of the back, you get two exhaust tips at the back on either side so on the left and the right hand side of the car. I do like that about the car, but my favorite part has to be the front, man. It looks beautiful, and the sportiness does match in terms of the drive of the vehicle, and I'll speak about that after I speak about the interior. The interior of the car, when you jump inside the interior of the car, first things you will feel is the soft touch finishes here and there. So Honda has made sure that you do feel a sense of premiumness into their vehicle, and I do like that about the car. So the car feels good, and it also, they don't go too much in terms of trying to make it too sporty or too fancy, you know. So what I do like about the car, jumping into the steering wheel, it feels good. It has red stitching, and then you get the digital instrument cluster 10-inch in front of you that controls everything you need to know. So in terms of your fuel efficiency, the amount of kilometers you have until empty, everything else you need to know about the car, but what your car is doing, you can see it there. Your tire temperatures, all those things you can see it through the digital instrument cluster, and it's customizable as well, so you can change it to your viewing. You can see the music you're currently playing, and then you get this nice infotainment system over here to your left, which supports Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wireless. That's one thing I really like, and what I like about that as well is that when you jump into the vehicle, you start the vehicle, it takes a good 10-15 seconds, and then the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto is hooked up, and that's good. I like that about the vehicle. What I do not like about the infotainment system, it has to be, when you start the vehicle, you need to press OK all the time. And when I say you need to press OK all the time, the vehicle gives you those safety warnings, like don't use the car when you don't use the infotainment system while you're driving. It will tell you all those things. So you need to press OK to say, yes, I know what I'm getting myself into. So that's something I don't like, and I wish I could adjust it. Maybe you can, I just don't know, but I wish you could adjust it so that I do not have to press OK all the time when I get into the vehicle. Looking lower to the climate control analog. Well, man, it's analog. What I like about that is that everything here is there. It's not faffed around into the infotainment system. You still have physical buttons, so I like that about the car. And around it you have piano black, and I'll always complain about piano black, but in this vehicle I'm not complaining about it because it's in the right areas. And when I say it's in the right areas, it's in areas you do not touch. The piano black is in areas you do not touch, so you do not have to do a lot of cleaning. So that's a nice finish that Honda has taken into that. And what I like about this as well, the air vents are somehow fitted into the design element of this. So it reminds me of like a guitar. So it's fitted there within this mesh type design that you guys are seeing right now on your screen. So I do like that about the car. And jumping into the rear seats of the vehicle, in terms of the practicality, So I'm 1.73 meters tall, and honestly, for me personally, it's okay. It's not the best, but for someone easily taller than me, you're gonna struggle in terms of not your knee room space. Knee room, it's a sedan, you have a lot of space, but in terms of headroom, you're going to struggle. You're going to want more. Your head is going to be touching the roof. So it's something to consider when you do get into this vehicle. But for me personally, not really a train smash, because I hardly ever sit there at the back. So now moving on to the drive of the vehicle, how the car drives. So here you're looking at a 1.5 liter turbo charged vehicle with the CVT gearbox, and it produces 131 kilowatts and 240 newton meters of torque. The power delivery in this vehicle is perfect. There's never a point in time where I drove this vehicle and I felt like I need more power. It has given me what I want all of the times of what I've wanted it. So what I like that about the vehicle in terms of the power delivery, and what else I like about the car, and it's something that I normally don't like in vehicles, is the CVT gearbox. The CVT gearbox in this one is well tuned to a point where you do not feel it's CVT. So people that have been in CVT vehicles, you know the CVT gearboxes make a noise. They whine a lot. When you put your foot down, they whine a lot. So this one doesn't do that. So if you're not well knowledge about gearboxes, you will not know that this is a CVT. You will think that this is an ordinary gearbox. But if you know cars and you can pick up certain things, you can tell that this is actually a CVT. But it's a well-tuned CVT. It's a CVT that I don't hate. If I had to choose a CVT in the world to live for the rest of my life with, and I didn't have a choice, it would be this one. It's well-tuned. I like that about the vehicle. And moving on to the car comes with as well. It has Michelin Pilot 4 tires on, and 18-inch wheels on that, and those tires literally grip the road. The fact that those cars coming with such tires actually says to you as the consumer that Honda is serious about telling you that this car is a sports car, or it has a sporty element to it. So it inspires confidence. It sticks to the road when turning in. Also, when handling road imperfections, it's okay. Doesn't bounce too loud. Something that you will tend to feel from time to time is how low the vehicle is in front. So you need to remember, going over speed humps or actually anything that you think that the car might scrape, you need to be very, very cautious about that. But I've told you everything you need to know with regards to that. Now time to tell you about the most important thing, and that has to do with cost of ownership. And actually, before we move to cost of ownership, let's speak about the bad things about the vehicle and the good things. So moving on to the bad things about the vehicle, what I don't like about this vehicle, the first thing I don't like is the sound the gear lever makes when you're moving from P, R, and D. So there's this, I did it as well in the Honda HR-V that I had last year. That's the first thing I don't like about this vehicle. Second thing I don't like about this vehicle is the brake hold or auto hold system. So you can put it on right now, I can switch it on, switch the car off. When I get back in, I'm gonna switch it on again. So I wish when I switch it on, it stays on forever until I want to switch it off. So the second thing I don't like about the vehicle. The third thing I don't like about the vehicle is within the infotainment system, with regards to all the time when I start the vehicle, I need to press OK, and I'm not a fan of that. There's the three things I don't like about the vehicle. Let's move on to the good. So now the three things I like about the vehicle, it has to be the look of the car in front, the overall design, man. It gives off the sportiness feel of the car. That's one. The second thing I like about the car is the overall drive and where I am, where I'm seated. It feels so good. It's a very good place to be. And the third thing I like about this vehicle, and it bangs. It has to be the Bose sound system. It's one of the best sound system I've experienced in a vehicle. It's a top speaker Bose sound system, and in such a vehicle, compact vehicle, it gives you so much, and that's what I like about this vehicle. Now moving on to cost of ownership. So cost of ownership for this vehicle. Price of this vehicle, you're looking at 670,000 Rand. And that's manufacturer price. But currently, right now, I don't know what's going on, but for the month of July or so, you can get this car for as low as 600,000 Rand. So go buy the vehicle. I don't know why, but dealerships are actually offering for that amount of money. But I'm going to do cost of ownership for the original price of the vehicle for 670,000 Rand. So if you finance that over 5 years at an interest rate of 12.25% with no deposit, you're looking at a monthly repayments of 14,900 Rand, so 15,000 essentially. And the tank size of this vehicle is 47 liters. Factor that into play. You're looking at a full tank of this vehicle at 1.1 thousand Rand, and full cost of ownership of this vehicle without insurance, you're easily looking at 16,100 Rand. And what do I think about that? Is it worth it? Time to tell you about my recommendation essentially. So do I like the car? Would I buy the car? And would I recommend the vehicle? 1, do I like the car? I love the vehicle. 2, would I buy the car? Definitely. I would definitely buy the vehicle, and that takes a lot for me to say I'll buy test cars essentially, because this car is one of one essentially. I really do like this vehicle. 3, would recommend the vehicle 100%. So the biggest rival for this vehicle is the Toyota Corolla, and that already has a rep sheet of its own, but I can't speak too much about the vehicle because I haven't driven it and I haven't had an opportunity to review it. But I will request one from Toyota, and I will come and tell you my overall thoughts about the car and tell you which one is the one to go for. But right now, I personally would go for this one. I would recommend this vehicle for you. If you came to me and told me that you're looking for a vehicle, I'd easily 100% tell you that, you know what, 100% do get this vehicle. And as I'm driving, I am seeing people I know, so I'd 100% recommend this vehicle for you. So yeah, 100%. So do buy this vehicle if you are keen. I wouldn't tell you not to buy it. It's a good overall vehicle. But I'm gonna have to end the review there. I hope you guys did like the content, and tell me what you think about the vehicle. Tell me if you would spend your money on this vehicle, and if not, tell me where you would spend your money. Either you're gonna opt for the Corolla or you're gonna opt for this one. But I've said a mouthful, and I'm Nikki Nash from Citrus, South Africa, and I'm Nikki Nash from Traveling with Nikki Nash. So please like, comment, subscribe, do all the necessities. I'll see you on the next review. Peace.